3 games in 7 days, had the 2 wins, but to come into this one, trailed early and had to kind of really fight back at the end. I guess, how would you sum up, the game from your end?
Well, first of all, the 3 games in 6 days, we're not using that as an excuse, because I don't think that's the reason we lost the game. Pretty disappointed with our start, and we're playing catch up from that point onwards. I think, big learning one for us tonight, and I think our execution at times was not great. That's credit to Sydney, really, but I think we can learn from tonight, and the girls are aware of that. I've just had a chat, and I think we need a couple of days off as well, which is be good for the players, just get away from basketball and just get ready for the next one.
Obviously the swings and ups and downs in the game, and you're able to cut the margin down to 4 points late in the fourth, and that goes out a bit more in the end, but to see that kind of fight back at the end, was there positives you take out of that more physical play and kind of trying to get the game on your terms in that fourth?
We talked about that. We've got behind consistently in most games, and the group will keep fighting. We got back within 4. We missed 2 open layups. We missed foul shots, and all of a sudden it's a different ball game. But we shouldn't have been in that position at the start. When from the first quarter we were playing catch up. So the character of the group is, we've shown that consistently that we'll continue to fight. But we tried different combinations tonight, and then we found a combination that was working, got us back in the game. And I felt like they worked really, really hard through that third quarter to get ourselves closer, and then all of a sudden they'd make a 3 or we'd turn the ball over. So, we had 10 turnovers in the first quarter. That's where the game is.
See some shooting as well. I thought Flames were on quite early. Just seemed like they were kind of, getting some open threes, making more shots. Some of your guys' shots as well would then, just kind of bounce out. I think Keely still had a double-double, but then just some of her shots kind of just fall the wrong way. How did you see in terms of execution kind of with that scoring side?
No, we had 45 shots inside the keyway to their 25, and we allowed them defensively. We broke down, and that allowed them to get a lot more perimeter shots. So we had enough shots in the keyway, we just didn't finish. So, that's disappointing, but, we'll learn from that. We've got a pretty young group, so, yeah.
Jazz, how's it been, getting back within the group and, probably chatting about this game, coming off some highs of some wins, but how does the group kind of, manage? Because I think, Chris, you said that, throughout the season, there's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be potentially a little bit inconsistent through the season, but how do you guys manage that as players?
Yeah, obviously we're disappointed in this loss, but I think we've had a pretty productive week. We've learned a lot about ourselves, and this team is always going to fight, so that's a thing we can take out of this and all the games throughout the season. But we're a close-knit team, and we're supportive of whoever's on the floor, and starting lineups and everything has changed, but we're still as close as ever. So I think that's a positive thing, being able to rotate around and be flexible, and still have a team that wants to win as much as we do. So I think it's a positive overall.
So thought that Hannah Hank had a few right moments as well, both ends of the court. Have you just seen her, come along as well and to shine in a few of those moments as well?
Yeah, she's one of the hardest workers at practice. She gives it all every day, so we're not surprised. She slowed down a little, which was great, and she was able to finish, and she's going to be an unreal player, and she was awesome for us tonight.
Just that last quarter as well, obviously gets pretty fiery, gets physical, quite loud as well from the crowd. How do you just, see that kind of play out from that end, obviously officiating, trying to deal with what's kind of happening on the court as well?
I never really thought about it that much. It's just next possession for me.
Got the 9 days break, but then obviously 4 games on the road. You start with Perth, but then you've got Townsville. Just a stretch on the road. How do you start to prepare for that? Obviously have a bit of a break, but then look at that block.
January was always going to be tough. We've got Perth. We get 24 hours with our family, then we're back on the court, and then we head up to Townsville, so it doesn't get any tougher than that. But, we want the league to be tough. Everyone has to do it, but we've got a bit of travel ahead of us, and January is going to be really tough for the team, physically and mentally. But I think we've had a little taste of it this week, and I really think we can learn from from this week a lot, and to come out 2-1, if we'd said that a week ago, we'd have been pretty happy, right?
Yep.
So I think there's a lot of positives, but just really disappointed with our start tonight, and that set Sydney up, I thought.
Just one more. Just with I don't have an answer to this, but just roster-wise, obviously still had that open spot. Has there been just any progress or update with that?
No, we're still just plodding along with what we've got, and we'll see what happens in that space. But at the moment, there's nothing happening. All right, thank you, Ben.